The team's doing amazing. They're developing, they're racing, they're winning. And so what's Checo doing? Hello and welcome. So a little bit out of order this weekend, simply because there's a couple of posters I made at the beginning of the year that I never made a video for, and it's this one in my hand and also Bahrain, I believe. So this one is an early one. This is Saudi Arabia, and you know, this is one of my favorite tracks. And when I say my favorite tracks, I mean to race when I play F1. And I like it because it's like a very quick track. It's supposed to be a street circuit, but as far as a street circuit goes, it's very fast. And that's what I like about it. And at the same time, it's like at an interesting time of day. The sun's always setting. It goes into the night. It's like a half night race. So I think it's a great race. So here we have that poster. And this one is actually before I started using the system, if you want to call it that, that I have been applying to all the other posters. And you can sort of tell. You can tell the layout on this is very, very different than the other drawings that I've made this year. And you know, I tried to incorporate the Saudi flag as best as I could. I actually think this one's really good. To be honest, it's different, but I think from a perspective, it's actually a pretty good poster. So we got the long shadow of the MP4 on the bottom here. We got the Saudi flag coming through the middle of the track. And obviously the fast hairpin at the bottom of the track, whatever that's like, turn 7 or something. So it's exciting. And, you know, I don't actually remember what happened in that race. So I'm going to talk more about F1 in general, because things have been getting pretty spicy. And, you know, since the British GP has ended, we now have a lot of discussion about one Daniel Ricciardo possibly replacing Checo over the summer break. Now, this is complete propaganda. No one knows if this is true, but from the sounds of it and from the scoring, Checo was performing so badly in a car that is performing so well that the Haas team is outperforming Checo. And like, bless Hulkenberg and the Haas team, they're doing amazing. Komatsu's doing a great job with that team, even though we were all disappointed when Gunther Steiner left. This guy's doing much better. The team's doing amazing. They're developing, they're racing, they're winning. And so what's Checo doing? You know, like Ferrari has their off weekends. McLaren had a bad call. Aston had a great weekend. But Checo hasn't had a good weekend in a very long time. It's just like crashing, not qualifying. And so I think the sun is setting on Checo. I think we're about at that time where we're gonna see him leave the sport. And you know, you have Sainz not with a seat yet, and then you look at Checo, and do I really think that someone would snatch him up even? You know, do you take the worst performer in the best car and move him into your worst car like he'll do better? So it's kind of like a do or die moment with him. So this weekend we don't have a race, right? Other exciting stuff is obviously the F1 trailer came out. That movie looks cool. It's got Brad Pitt. It looks rather interesting. There's a lot of other stuff. Will Buxton's got a book coming out in a couple weeks. That's exciting. And so we're not going to hear as much about the racing because the next race is in Hungary. But I think it's going to be an interesting couple of races. If we even see Checo get to the last race before the summer break. So anyways, here it is. Saudi Grand Prix. A poster that I made months ago. I didn't actually think I'd make it this far. with these posters, but I got 12 more to go, and I'm probably gonna make it. So, if you're here watching, thank you for tuning in. I'll see you next weekend.